we are actually saying even the UNAFRI ownership should be brought under question. I think they abused, they have not constructed.
Chair, I just wanted to, while you are discussing motorcycles, a motorcycle is important, but where the police has a shortfall.
Not to guide you.
Yes.
We have decided to jump A, we are interrogating B, we are going to C, we are going to D.
It's okay, Chair.
Yes.
But I am building my point.
Yes.
Because we need motorcycles. Facilitate policemen, especially at the sub-county level. That is fine. But we equally need personnel. But Chair, I am bringing this matter because we've discussed this matter, and I recall the last time we interfaced with the police. We raised this issue. You find people who ordinarily should be moving with one police officer in a vehicle, moving with a lead car and an escort car. What is the cost of that one lead car? What is the cost of that escort vehicle? How many motorcycles would we procure if we actually did away with those vehicles that you are giving to people who don't even deserve? I am saying this because I have seen people. You find officers in some institutions who are not even known by the public. The other day I was at Sheraton. I said, who is this coming? Police lights, vehicle, policemen jumping out of the car. Some lady got out. I didn't even know who she was. Now, if I cannot know who she is, so how can the public even know who she is? And is her existence a threat? Why are we wasting resources guarding people heavily when they should not actually be guarded the way they are guarded? So I would accept there are those who you need to guard in that way, but not everybody. Why should some people in some government institutions who are not even, anyway, there are people holding high offices, but they are not a threat. Why should they have a lead car? Then they have an escort car with, those are 6 policemen, by the way. So that is what I wanted to raise. We are actually wasting resources and you know, taxing the taxpayer heavily for no reason. That one vehicle, 2 vehicles you have deployed to some of these officers, I don't want to mention them here, would actually procure these 952 motorcycles that you're talking about. Not everybody deserves to be guarded the way you guard them. And this is something, Chair, that we need to take up as a committee. There is a lot of wastage of resources, deployment of resources in areas that actually do not require resources. Thank you.
Yeah, but the information should be brief. Eh?
Yes, thank you, Chair. It is abuse. There are people
you want to upgrade?
Yes, there are people in this country who do not deserve any kind of security, but they have them and they abuse them. We had a scenario in Mbale. Somebody had 18 policemen, 6 in each of his homes. And together with the local people, we petitioned and they had to redeploy them. But the question is why? These people end up misusing the force. I think to the Inspector General of Police, it is important that we know where the forces are being deployed.
Now,
who qualifies?
Yes.
Even these people now have now gotten another, I've seen some other deployments there. But they are not warranted. They are not in any threat. They don't hold any office that warrants that. They are not at risk at all. But they abuse the force. They use, yes, actually that is what happens. Because they are criminals, they want to intimidate others, do every wrong thing. because they have the force around them.
Honorable colleagues, because
Chair.
of time.
Chair,
Because of time.
I just want to inquire
No,
one.
because of, I avoid Honorable Sarah discussing A for purposes of exposing the strength of our force. I have a record here, you all have it. It's not very critical. It's very, very important. We don't know who is listening in and whatever. Secondly, but the question of, you have assured the motorcycles will be procured. But can you respond to Honorable Sarah and
Chair,
Wanda?
Chair, allow me also add on this. The ones which you have already deployed. But I happen to have one in the second unit. It is well built, but you have not mentioned it. It is well built, well facilitated, according to how I see it, but you have not mentioned it. And it's one of those ones which were first introduced.
Deployment. Actually, currently we are revisiting and reviewing. We have brought it to the attention of government, and the Right Honorable Prime Minister has written to all entities. We want to withdraw all our vehicles from those entities, and we are proposing that in case somebody maybe would wish, he buys his own vehicle, and then maybe we support something like that. And then we are also writing a cabinet memo to guide us on who is entitled for security and how many is the person entitled for guidance, so that we take this concern seriously.
Chairman,
But with that comes a simple issue for us also, the right of way. If you are given police protection, that automatically gives you the right of way. I'm given a lead car and wherever, I'm protected. Must I bounce people? I'm already protected. Must I bounce people off the road menacingly, uncultured? Two, there are also vehicles with some bugombe, sirens, private vehicles with sirens. The man just bumps everybody with the siren and pushes. So, right of way. Because it's so, for the simple 1 inch. I normally drive from where I stay in Buwate to Kampala. I mean, there are so many police officers who stay on that road. Many. I will not mention who. Many. Some of them, you'll find them in the lane with your vehicles standing in the lane solely. Then a 1 inch comes with this siren and pushes everybody. In Segumire.
Are you giving an example?
No, I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying you do it, but you find a Segumire, not the real one, in Segumire with whoever these days buys a big vehicle, puts in a siren. Also, for me, small issues, even the quality of lights. Somebody stores lighting system. Once they are on full, all of you can no longer see. So those small details for us, the 1 inch
Chair, there is one small thing I wanted to bring in relation to that. Like yesterday, you clearly see that we are in a lane, there's jam, and the vehicle cannot go anywhere, even if you have a lead car. But the siren is just continuing to kind of make unnecessary noise. I think this needs to be regulated. It's a very huge inconvenience to the road
Honorable
users.
Chair, I think let the Director Traffic
Director Traffic,
tell
where are
us
you?
what we have done so far, and
Chair, but even the police vehicle, you'll find someone with a thief or charcoal in the police vehicle. But you are pushed off the road as if they are, it is so painful.
These days it's like everybody with the government number plate, with the UC, with the police, with wherever, with the parliament. Let me be clear. This age, official age, it's as if whoever has those numbers has a right of way. And people are going to see their girlfriend, they push you off the road. So Director Traffic, really? Because Honorable Sarah, you needed to ask that young lady who was having, she may be a wife of someone.
No, Chair, I actually know the person, but she doesn't deserve. No, I didn't know her. When I saw, I had to ask, is this?
Do you
and the
know who
person-
they sleep with?
No. That's not necessary. That's not
So
necessary.
can we have Director of Traffic? Director Traffic.
No, she's not.
Apparently to the Wananchi Park, this could be their best concerns. We may go through we may think we are cracking the other big issues. For Wananchi, every road user, this could be a debate they are hugely interested in. Because it's too much. Where's the Director of Traffic? Sir.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair, honorable members. You are raising a pertinent issue, and very pertinent. The right of way and the law, how it guides us, has been abused. And the abuse is from those who have been given security vehicles and turn them into lead vehicles. It is against the law. The state motorcade has a right of way.
So who is supposed to arrest them? Those who
The,
misuse?
the Prime Minister, the Speaker of Parliament, the Chief Justice. Those are the only ones. Then we have the emergency vehicles. And these are police and military vehicles on emergency. It's not that I have a police vehicle, it is on emergency. That's not correct. I don't, as a director of traffic, I don't think anyone has a record, if you know where I stay, that I've ever jumped a queue. Even when I was coming, I don't park here. I park mine at CPS. I don't park here because I'm not provided parking here. I know who has parking. Now, I would like you to get interested in how these sirens are imported in this country. Who imports them? Because even here, members of parliament, whereas I applaud you for giving assistance in emergency response, because most of you have ambulances, and I thank you for having them to supplement the emergency response. But they also do have sirens and put on those beacons, and when you have not passed through the proper way of making them emergency vehicles, and they may not meet the standards of emergency vehicles, but you have sirens on them. We are considering, Honorable Chair, that the sirens are a security component and they should not be imported by anyone. Now, if you are to import, it should be someone that you allowed to import, and then they are for emergency purposes. And there we can control who fixes and who can qualify to have a siren. But, honorable members, I want to assure you this is something we can stop with immediate effect. if you allow vehicle inspection to be housed in police, vehicle inspection, mandatory vehicle inspection will remove all this garbage in our fleet, in the whole country. We shall remove unwanted things which they have mounted on our vehicles, and this mandatory inspection usually is done annually or twice in a year. No one will fit those sirens if he or she knows we are going to pass through, they are going to pass through that mandatory inspection of vehicles. It is unfortunate that as I speak now, this is not yet done. And we shall never improve road safety if we do not do vehicle inspection and house it in the police force. It is the police force that pursues, can take you to court, but house it somewhere. If there is a contestation between those inspections, then the police has to come in as an arbiter and must have superior equipment to sort out a contestation. I would like to appeal to you, honorable members, that even when we were discussing other issues concerning theft, sometimes a cow or a goat or a pig is conveyed. There is the means of conveyance. So now, if we are to move forward, we need to do the two things. Automation of all police services. And we have talking about automation for so long. When did the CCTV cameras come here? I was here in 2007 when we had Chogam. We installed the cameras in this city center. Had we continued at that pace, most of these issues we are talking here would not be now an issue to deliberate. If we automate our systems, for example, if you have a farm of 50 animals, you may have a chip to put in your cows, and when this cow is going to be slaughtered somewhere, it will be known. It's like a tracking system. Some other countries have done so.
You are taking into a critical area. Let me ask you, somebody, you are in a queue. I stay in Chira. It's a sailing and bypasses everyone. Does that require automation? And in front there is a policeman, traffic man, just stands by and see this man just goes away.
Mr.
Chair,
Chair,
And he has, let me ask you, you have your own internal communication, I can see them. You can even ring the other officer, stop that vehicle. Before we think about automation, this menace on the road,
Honorable,
you
Chair.
over deploy. Normally in the morning when I'm traveling, they put passengers, they check the car light, they can check the car thing, and they tell you walk away. This menacing, automation, yes, given. I'm not arguing. But this indiscipline is visible, witnessed by your officers of traffic. They are all over.
Mr. Chairman, when the bosses of police
Do
are
they
moving,
need the cameras? Don't they have eyes?
Mr. Chairman, even when the bosses of police are moving, they bypass, they drive on the wrong way, then you ask yourself, what law are they protecting now? Are they really law enforcers or they are law breakers? And then you want to be given permission. What mandate don't you have to prosecute anyone who breaks the law? You want it to be housed there. How about working together as government agencies?
Out there, we are at times sent by the speaker, and maybe you also move on specific assignments. But we also benefit by seeing how the roads there move and how the vehicles move. Any mistake out is revenue to the government. Any person who bypasses from Kireka, Nakao, and so on, those would be 5 tickets. 5 tickets. And all of us would stop. So your automation should lead us to see that anyone who's bypassing is being given the tickets time and again. When they don't pay, the cars are out,
You
impounded.
see this
That
abuse,
is money.
We are going to
We
tackle
collect that money.
2.7.